one leopard do doesn't mean that another leopard is going to do the same. She doesn't like me talking, hissing at me. I can't emphasize more the point that when it comes to animal behavior, when it comes to that sort of thing, the only way you can get answers is by watching a particular individual interact with others, and you will never be able to use that as an example for how all leopard operate, or even how that leopard might operate consistently over time. So there is a whole host of possible answers to a question, especially when a question is about behavior and how leopards react to each other, or how they tolerate each other. And very much like us humans, each individual cat has a different personality and they have different moods every single day. But there are other very important factors that will influence that kind of behavior, and that is the density of the leopard population, how much pressure the population is under from not only other leopards but also from other predators like hyena and lion. One wonders how long that hyena's been around. No, still, thanks. I think that was Pat saying the cub's in the same tree as it was last night. Well, I would imagine, Pat, that the reason why the cub hasn't moved is because of the hyena that is here. But having said that, I'm now seeing a leg of an impala just behind the cub. It looks like might be an impala. Not much left of that kill. I'm wondering how it is that she managed to get up there. It must have been in a hurry. You know, sometimes when a leopard is caught unawares as they make a kill, and suddenly a hyena appears, and I've actually been in those circumstances. We've been following leopard and it makes a kill, and then suddenly, before the impala is even dead, hyena pouncing, and the cat has to sort of take the closest tree that it can. It might not be the most convenient tree, as there is that one. Very awkward by the looks of things. Sherry wanting to know how the cub doesn't fall from the tree. Well, Sherry, because it's draped over a branch by the looks of things. It's got one leg on either side and one front arm on either side of this branch, so it's draped over a branch. But from a very young age, from the time that their eyes first start opening, they're already starting to climb and explore. They are born climbers, so their agility in the tree is something that comes to them very naturally. Also, they've got the musculature in their arms and the balance of a fairly thick muscular tail that helps to balance them. Here's some squirrels that are complaining bitterly. Would Shadow chase off the hyena if she came too close? That was from Kimberly, thank you. Well, once again, Kimberly, we have a question we will only have an answer to if we see it happen. But would she chase the hyena off if it came too close? Oh, she's getting up. She can hear something moving. She's listening to something. Hello, pretty girl. There's a strong possibility she would be chased up a tree by the hyena. Quite a good possibility that she would be intimidated. She's a fairly small cat. You see, the one important thing about leopard and hyena and this kind of circumstance is that leopard can't afford to get hurt right now. She's got a cub she has to take care of. It's not in her best interest to confront the likes of a hyena. And her best bet is to stay away from it. So if the hyena were to try and approach, she would probably run up this knobthorn behind her or another tree. Her cub is in no danger. That cub's well secured in that tree, and well, hyena can't even jump, so that the cub is very, very safe as long as it stays there. Unfortunately, this is likely to end up to be a waiting game to see who is going to get bored first, and maybe she can get the cub down without the hyena knowing and get it away from here. But the interesting thing about hyenas is that they are so tuned into the sound of something coming out of a tree. The noise of maybe a piece of meat falling, or the paws of a cat jumping down. And although a hyena might be asleep, the instant it hears something coming out of a tree, it'll be at the base of the tree as soon as it can. There's a tiny little cub there. Looks like she's about to vocalize. Looks like she's going to, or she is very softly. Just looking at her mouth movements. I'm also thinking that maybe she's the first leopard I ever saw here at Juma back in 2008. Down at Twin Dams when she was only a 2-year-old, when Karula was busy having her cubs, Induna and Mishu. Who's that from? Ah, Richard. Hello, Richard. Wanting to know if when leopards are in a tree, when they're sleeping in a tree, do they lock their limbs or their tail muscles to hold on? No, they don't, Richard. No, they find a very comfortable spot. In fact, we've had the odd occasion where a leopard has actually dozed off while being in a tree and nearly fallen out of the tree. We've had a couple of incidents like that, even on film, on camera, where a cat has dozed off and lost its balance. I'd like to try and move at some point, see if we can't get a view of that little one. I think she's trying to get a view of the hyena. I think where she is, where she was sitting, she might have had a view, and it's now a little bit obscured, looking for that hyena. Okay, sadly your radio's pretty soft there. I didn't quite get the question. Can you deal with it again, please?
Will the males help raise the cubs after?
Will the males help raise the cubs?
Yeah.
To male leopards? Neither. So, and that was who? Do male leopards assist with the raising of the young? I know that. Joanne, thank you very much, in Canada. Joanne, do male leopards assist with the raising of the young, or do they leave after mating? Well, it's kind of neither. They don't really assist with the raising of the cubs. They do have contact with the cubs from time to time, no doubt. But they also, it's not a case of them leaving. It's not because there isn't really anywhere for them to go. I guess, yes, they leave in the sense that they don't stay with the female, but they stay within the territory because it is their territory. So they're always around, even if they're not with the female and the cubs. So it's their territory, and they'll be defending that territory against other males coming in. And one of the reasons for that is also to protect their own offspring. So in a sense, yes, the question is, or rather the answer is, to some degree. It's not that they assist in the raising of it, but they certainly help in the protection of it by maintaining their own territory. And it's why it's in the interest of a female who's mated with a leopard to we're going to try and move, see if we can get a view of that cub. Hopefully we get through here, and if we're able to turn around, we might be able to get to see it.